Good evening. I'm Shiny. Oh, look at my eyebrows. Y'all forgive me, baby. But this is March 5th, 2024. The name of this video is Just Because You Black Don't Mean You're Gonna Be Welcome in Africa. So, first of all, my apologies because we don't have lights. I have what we call my rechargeables on. It's hot as I have this little fan right here blowing on me that's not really doing too much anything. Anyway, so it's there. I'm sitting on my bed. You see, it's the window there. I'm sitting on the bed. So I have rechargeables all through the house. But anyway, so the title day is Just Because You're Black Don't Mean You're Welcome in Africa. So let's talk about the experiences being a foreign black person in Africa. I'm speaking for myself. Okay, so my experience has been, something because I've met good and bad people. So, for me, like, I've talked to people who have bought land here and got shitted on, thought they was buying land and actually didn't buy land. They just gave their money for nothing. People thought they were building homes and they was building homes for somebody else. And when it was time for them to move in, the house belonged to somebody else. So you got to really be careful when you buying land and stuff. It's better if you're gonna be buying land to know the person you buying from, and at least have a person. I would say a person from your country who's living there that you can trust that can buy it, because I'm speaking for Nigeria, and this country is one of the top countries for scams. That's just what I'm saying. The corruption is horrific from the top to the bottom. So, in that aspect, you could say that I'm not saying that every official is corrupt, but I'm gonna say 90% of the people you're gonna come in contact in every capacity of government, there is corruption in every area. It just is what it is. So some of the things that shocked me being a black person living in Africa is the propensity for them to constantly always trying to scam me in every capacity. Being, if I go to the local market, as soon as I talk, they hear my accent, then something that would normally be 500 naira, which right now is probably about 50 cents, would be like 2,000 naira, which would be like $2. Simply because God, I keep trying to wonder, where does this perception come from? They think everybody outside of Africa is rich. And that's the ignorance that I'm trying to deter them from lodging in their brain, because it's not factual. But they have this image in their mind that everybody who doesn't live in Africa are rich people. And I think it bothers me so much because when I'm in US, and any immigrant, be it African, Asian, Latin America, I always try to assist them to get to the places that they need to go. I get the information to them. I tell them this, that, whatever, and I don't ask them for anything. Just, there you go, good luck, have a good life. Here, most of the time, anything you Ask anybody for it. They are expecting to be paid in some capacity. That's just what it is now. And cause you black, you don't get no pass, baby. If anything, they gonna do you worse. Okay. The next thing is the begging in Nigeria. I'm speaking about Nigeria because I live in Nigeria. From the time you cross into this country from the airport and you go through the immigration, the begging begins. The immigration officials beg, have something for auntie? Auntie, do you have something for me? Or the immigration officials, just the regular employees, you get out there, and if you have already ordered somebody to come pick you up, that person is going to be begging. Once you get to your hotel, that's begging. It's, y'all let me hold my head. The propensity of begging is never ending. And you have to, well, I let them know I don't have a damn thing for you. Okay? First of all, madam, I don't know you from a can of paint. And this is what I've said. I don't know you from a can of paint, ma'am or sir. So the fact that you have the gall to sit and ask me what I have for you, and I've never seen your ass a day in my life. No, do you have something for me? Because I am the visitor. They'll say, oh, auntie, calm down, forget it, just go, just go. No, let's not go. Y'all see how my lights just went out? We ain't gonna go. Because you started the begging, Sally Sue. So let's go on and carry it. How do you have the gall? You see my passport is USA passport, and you just put it in your tiny brain that you gonna try to get money from me. Where's your boss? Auntie, please now. Just go ahead, He's okay, forget this, No, let's not forget it. Let's not forget it, sister. Because, see, I'm a visitor. And we keep trying to tell y'all to stop this foolery. Stop this foolery and all this begging. That's why all of these foreign companies are coming up out of here, because you guys do not know how to behave. But you know when you do know how to behave? When you come to Europe and you're forced to assimilate and leave those bad behaviors that you have been taught here. And when you get there and you're forced to assimilate, you realize the ignorance that you've been shown in this country all the while. You heard it from me. I'm not saying every Nigerian behaves that way, but 90% of them do. So that's the first shock you're going to get when you get off the plane and come through immigration. The begging. Okay, then once you get here, make sure that the person that you're going to be visiting with, hopefully when you come here, you'll have a guide, somebody that you trust, because they could be working in cahoots with anybody that they take you around, and you assuming that they're doing good for you, and they've already plotted your demise as far as to financially break you. I'm telling you. So make sure you understand the currency prior to coming. See what the currency is when you get here, because the currency, the naira fluctuates, and it's great that you understand. Every day that you hear, there's an app you can put on your phone, and you could check the currency rate, and it'll tell you what a dollar equates to in naira. So you know when you go to the store and somebody tells you, 50,000 naira, which right now is about $50, that whatever you buy, if that price equates to the value of the item that you're trying to purchase, make sure whomever is the Nigerian that you're traveling with, ask them to speak in English and to only take you in places where there's somebody that can speak English, so that person can talk to you in your own language, so you are aware of any conversations, because sometimes they would try to side conversate with you in their native tongue. Soon as you hear that, stop them and say, I need somebody here that can speak English. And if the person that you're traveling with, be it your husband or not, you can't even really trust them. I'm telling you. Tell them to get somebody that speak English so you can hear for yourself what's being said. And if they still try to speak in the language, say conclude the conversation, stop the deal, and go home. I'm telling you. The next thing, as a woman, I'm speaking to women specifically because this is a patriarchal society. If you're a woman married to a Nigerian man and you are buying things here with him like land, building homes, doing businesses, make sure that your name is included on every legal document of purchase. Don't let him put Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel Seduko. My name is Angela, but I go by the name of Atofarita. But my legal name is Angela. So, for example, if I'm married to Emmanuel and we go buy land, the document should state Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel blah 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 and Angela blah blah blah. The reason why I'm telling you guys to do this, because in case the marriage doesn't work and you have to divorce him, that is going to save you legally. If you allow him to put it in his name, he will royally fuck you without grace. Now, I've told you. So anything that you're going to purchase in Nigeria as a wife, make sure your name is clearly stated on the document. Not just Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel Sadoko, Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel Sadoko and Angela Sadoko. That's the way it needs to read on the documents. That's for your protection. And when you buy land, that's going to be a whole different video because it's a whole damn process. Okay, then the next thing, just the scamming. The begging. The begging never ends, huh? Jesus. Let me take a drink. Child, I've been here 2 years in this area. The scamming, begging, never stops. This place is here. I live in a village in what they call Delta State, which is the southeast part of Nigeria. And I live in a village. And I decided to stay in this village because I feel like I needed to learn this part. Because as I move up in my life, I need to familiarize myself with all types of people. Because I didn't realize that they are considering me to be a, what is the word? An activist. Girl, I never knew I was an activist. But obviously, that's what they say I am. So the name of my business is called Deztasha. Deztasha. And that's the combination of my two daughters' names combined together. So basically, it's import, export. I'm doing a employee, like a employee temp service and some job skills training, etc., and stuff like that. All of that implemented into my business. Just started it and got licensed in October. So that's another thing. If you're dealing with businesses here, ask them if they are CAC registered. CAC is our federal um, it's where all the businesses have to register. Well, they're supposed to register themselves to show that they're a legitimate business. And so, if you're going to be making any type of affiliations with anybody here in Nigeria, ask them if they are CAC registered, and then you could just go online and go to CAC website and type the name up, and if they're registered, it'll populate. And like you can go and look up my business name, DEZTASHA Ltd, which is limited liability. If you go there, you will see the name of my company, a little bit of information about me, and when I registered the company. And you always want to do that with anybody who's trying to come at you to do business with you. If they're not registered, don't do business with them. I'm telling you. And then let me see. Like I said, being black, you think you would get some passes here? Take a sip. It's a lie. If anything, I think they do us more dirty. And I keep trying to wonder why that they would try to scam us, and we all in the same battle. We all black, no matter where we was born. But at the end of the day, if you black, our origins come from this continent, and why our own people here would want to harm us, I have no idea, but a lot of them do, because they are so ignorant about what they think we have. And I just don't know how to break that stereotype. You could talk to them and y'all see this? My lights went out again. I'm gonna keep this thing rolling so y'all will see what I go through. So you see inconsistent electricity is another issue. On, off, on, off. So that's a battle. So because the electricity is not consistent, you have to find some other forms in order to sustain yourself. You know what I'm saying? It goes on, go off, go on, go off. So it looks like my touch might be burnt out. So let me put y'all on pause. And let me see, I might have to turn on my generator. Hold on. I beg.